Hi everybody, Tony Caridi along with West Virginia Athletic Director Wren Baker, and this is a special conversation brought to us by Diversified Energy, the official energy partner of WVU Athletics. So, the search has been complete. You were true to your word. You said it's not going to take that long. Someone asked you, will it be done before the Final Four? You said, I think it's going to be done before the Final Four, about 11 days in total. If you would, give us an overview of this search. Was it and did it operate the way that you thought it would?
Yeah, for the most part it did. We had a lot of time over the course of the last few weeks to do homework and to be getting ready. And I knew all of the statistics and all the seasons. What you don't know is how people's postseason schedule is going to line up. Sure. So I think I alluded to that in that initial press conference that I would be ready to close it in a week, but you're a little bit having to be dictated by the NCAA tournament schedule. But we were able to get in front of our finalists and do that all before that first weekend was over, and that allowed us to quickly move after the first weekend of the tournament. So it went about as close to a script as any search that I've had, and we were really pleased with where it ended up.
If you would, give us some insight into not necessarily analytics, but what were components that you said I need to fill this position?
Yeah, I think in the Big 12, you've got to be able to have a team that can play defense, that can rebound, that values the basketball, and so you're looking for a well-rounded candidate. There are candidates out there that maybe get a high volume of shots, or maybe they shoot a high percentage, but they're not as good defensively. And in the Big 12, to have a team that competes at the top of the conference, we needed somebody really balanced, so that was important. Needed somebody who understood the values of West Virginia and could embrace those and was excited about it, excited to be here, and so that was really important. And then somebody who had a plan for how they were going to recruit and retain in the day of NIL in the portal, and also still recruit high school talent in the Northeast. That still is an important component to having success here. And so when we put all those together, ultimately Coach DeVries answered all of those and more, and we were really excited to have him.
Let's talk about that a little bit further. So when you take a look at the numbers, you say, okay, it fits this box, it fits this box. Then you have that face-to-face conversation with them. What was it that when that happened that you said, this is my guy?
Yeah, there's just a realness and a genuineness to him without much of a sales pitch. And I actually used the example yesterday. As you know, I'm a big ribeye eater, and so you go to some restaurants and they bring it by with sizzling butter all over the steak. It's about the presentation and the sales. But a really good steak place doesn't need all of that. They just bring you the steak. And so Coach DeVries has a way of cutting through the chase, not putting a lot of lipstick and makeup on it, just having a lot of substance to his answer, to his plan, and I think that'll resonate well with West Virginians. He has a blue collar way about him. He has a grit and a determination, and the way he came up. I think one of the most interesting things our fans will find about him, he's only been at 2 places. So in my spreadsheet, there's columns for all these schools people have been to. All the rest of them were full except for his. He only had 2 columns full, and so I think that says a lot about his values and his loyalty to the places he's been.
What'd you learn about the West Virginia job when you had conversations from people?
That the passion of our fan base is something that coaches around the country really recognize and appreciate and know. We know it because we're here, right. But it came up time and time again. There's just not very many places left that can continue to fill the building even in tough seasons. And I think what our fans did this year throughout the year really was huge in helping us attract top talent to this job.
Well, let's talk a little bit about what this future looks like, because as you indicated, we're talking in the world of transfer portal, we're talking NIL, it's a whole new world. What is your overview of how we operate here now to be able to fill a roster, to be competitive in what's going to be an expanded Big 12?
Well, we've always had doing what's best for the student athlete at the forefront. And as I onboarded here 18 months ago, we knew that we had to increase our NIL opportunities, had conversations with a variety of different people, but particularly our partners at Country Roads Trust have been tremendous. They've been really, really good at just continuing to increase those opportunities that are available. Our fans have been unbelievable to do memberships and to commit to the trust. And so, I think that in the day of the portal, That is very important in the retention and the recruitment of talent, but also that championship culture. And we spent a lot of time talking to candidates in this environment. How do you build and maintain a championship culture? How do you get people that are committed to their teammates, committed to the institution, committed to winning, when those NIL opportunities are also a part of it? And there is a way to do it. There's probably more art than science to it. But Coach DeVries has had a really good plan, has done a very good job at retaining student athletes there at Drake, and we feel really good that he can build a program here where we recruit some of the best players in the country and retain them.
Very good. One last question for you. What is your message to Mountaineer Nation? Because it would be, nothing good comes easy, and it would be great to say, hey, let's just hit the wand and all of a sudden we're going to be where we want to be. What's your message as this program begins to be rebuilt?
Yeah, every program, when you rebuild it, takes time, and it's a different amount of time. Our women had a great year this year, but they had a lot of things that fell together that allowed that. So we hope we can have a similar season next year. But I think we have a really good young coach with a great plan, great experience, and we have a program with tremendous tradition. And so just get your tickets, join the trust, do everything you can to support this program, because I'm confident that we have great days ahead, and I can't wait to get started with it.
Appreciate your time.
Thank you, Tony.
WVU's Athletic Director Wren Baker. This special conversation brought to us by Diversified Energy, the official energy partner of WVU Athletics.